I'm very grateful to, in a sense, kind of close out the first part of this wonderful moment in time that we have together with Dr. Kellyanne and Dr. Fab, whom I met at Global Woman in London. And, you know, of course I sit there. What do you all want to talk about today? No, I'm just joking. I used to have a whole plan and agenda, but my favorite thing, to be honest, is to feel the energy of the room. That's exactly who I am and what I'm about. And it's of no surprise that when Dr. Kellyanne comes up here and speaks of how do we handle pressure, many other things, but that really stuck with me. And Dr. Fab says, live each moment. This is my way of communicating it, and I've felt this many, many times in my life, as if maybe tomorrow will not even come. You say it a little bit differently, but it's something that really has hit me very strongly lately. So before I go into things too much, let me tell you a little bit about who I am. My name is Dr. Janelle Kim. I'm a 9th-generation doctor of traditional Oriental medicine, practitioner of Qigong and teacher of Qigong, and author. Bill Gladstone was a very close friend. I have to acknowledge he's certainly here. I felt it with Morella, now Dr. Kellyanne. It's called Myung-sung, The Korean Art of Living Meditation, with Penguin Random House and Watkins. And so what is all of this? My day job, also one of the most important reasons that I'm even standing here in front of you, is that I'm founder and lead formulator of JBK Wellness Labs. In short, I say it's my day job because for the last 20 plus years of my life, I have formulated, manufactured products for brands carried around the world in your Credo, Sephora, Ulta, Nordstrom, and even Marcus. We understand what I'm saying here. The reason why I got into this, I thought I'd have clinics around the world, okay, and this is what I wish to teach as well. And had I set my goal only on that, which there was a time in my life, being the warrior lineage that I come from, that when I have a goal, I do anything I can to lead there. There's a reason why I'm saying this, because actually things have adjusted and transformed very much in how I understand and what I go around and teach of how we truly can achieve success in this life. Ultimately, 20 years ago, long story short, when I was studying medicine, committed myself. Even though I come from this lineage, I was never told that this is what I had to do. I had to find it within myself. I had to commit, and then I had to take that path. And so many times, had I just not opened my eyes, had I not calmed myself, had I not expanded my mind, what I call living meditation, which is what the book is about, I would not be standing in front of you today doing what I am doing. Long story short, at that time when I thought my purpose was to teach this world integrative medicine, have clinics, have patients, my favorite thing, the universe pivoted. And if my eyes were closed, I would not have seen that actually, Janelle, if you open your mind, then you will see that the world can become your clinic in the sense that by creating these products, these formulations, sharing this medicine with the world in this way, I reached people I never could have reached before. So what is it that I teach, and why am I standing here in front of you? I teach what I call the 3 M's, the 3 pillars. This is what our ancient doctors, masters have taught us. It is everything that we've already covered today. The 3 pillars are medicine, movement, and meditation. And when I say meditation, I mean living meditation, the mindset, the way of life, our habits. Why living meditation? I promise you that this is not the exact phrase that my ancestors, handed down for thousands of years, generation to generation. This was when I had to sit down to write a book, how do I put this in one word? Well, I couldn't do it in one, so I did it in 2. But what does that mean? And this is the secret. I travel around the world teaching about beauty and wellness, and recently, now this door has opened up. So people often ask me, what is the secret to beauty? Dr. Janelle Kim, what is the secret to finding youth, wellness? And the ultimate understanding is, the secret to that is always function and flow. Okay? What I mean by that is, everything we see around us in nature is exactly what occurs in our own mind, body, and spirit. Funny, because I was recently at an event in Miami, and all that hit me was to walk into the room, because there was so much, and I'm so grateful. 20 years ago, speaking about anything that we're speaking about, people thought I was crazy. Natural products, they thought, what are you talking about, Janelle? I wasn't a doctor at that time. Herbal medicine, Korean beauty, meditation, you name it. They're like, oh, okay, that's very nice. But I knew that we're all human. I have nothing to prove to you. I'm a human and you're a human. For generations, for thousands upon thousands of years, my lineage, this ancient medicine has been in existence. And as my greatest teacher, my father, he taught me, what is the one reason it still exists? Because it works. It's very, very simple. We make life so complicated. It's really a whole thing. Anyways, that's kind of what I'm talking about, though. And when I walked into that room, all I felt the need to say, and it's something that I feel very often lately, is I am not here to give you anything. I'm actually here to take it away. And that can be very shocking, right? Because while I am a doctor and I create products and I do these things and I'm surrounded by so many amazing experts, we have to remember that no matter what happens in this life, all of the answers that you search for are within you and in nature around you. The only thing that you can control in this life is yourself. We think we can control other things. We have the ability and the power to influence the way our life can go. But at the end of the day, even that turns back to ourselves. Those three pillars, medicine, movement, living meditation, that is what our ancestors, my medicine, ancient medicine from China, then also we have ancient medicine from India. Those are the ones that created 10,000 years ago with the Taoist immortals. I don't have time to go into that. But back then, thousands upon thousands of years ago, they did not just look for how to be beautiful and how to live a long, healthy life. They wanted to be immortal. They wanted to never die. So sometimes I like to remind us of this. But these three pillars, what they promised us is that if we incorporate them into our life, we can attain and achieve anything that we wish. And the funny thing is, whether it is our health, this applies, those three pillars. Whether it is our business, whether it is our relationships, whether it is parenting, and all of these, people say, you're so passionate about this. Well, I could not live without it. That's the truth. I've been married to my husband for 20 years. We've worked together for 20. I have 2 young boys. I run multiple businesses. I travel around the world. I don't usually say this, but I know many of us share this together. I do not just practice what I preach. I could not live without it. That means medicine. We have to take care of ourselves. It's your choice at the end of the day. No one can force you to do anything. But remember that if you do not choose to make proper habits, you will have consequences one day. Period. It's that simple. Let me take away a lot of the overwhelm and the complication that we create in the way that we eat, the things that we put onto and into our body. Like I said, natural products, I was at the forefront of this. People did not even care about hearing why it was important to put ingredients that were good for you onto your body, into your body. This is my favorite way of describing it. We are here as human beings. Why is it important to use clean products, to eat properly? Again, at the end of the day, it is your choice. Our bodies go through so much every single day. We sleep, we breathe, we stand here talking to you, constantly having to balance. So why can't we make it a little bit easier for our bodies? When you put tons of chemicals onto your body, artificial fragrances, artificial colors, for example, we're aware of those. When we put bad thoughts into our mind, when we eat unhealthy, you're making it more difficult for your body. You're making it more difficult for your mind. You are making it more difficult for your spirit. We are mind, body, and spirit. So what is the answer? What do these three pillars teach us? Movement, in short, which is actually something that lately I teach a lot. I wish we had more time. Who knows, maybe later. But movement is one of the best forms of medicine. What I teach is Qigong. Qigong is the first breathwork that ever existed. The ultimate form of meditation. Meditation means clearing our mind, calming our mind, our nervous system. And living meditation, our thoughts. Constantly, I write the 8 keys of living meditation. It's all based on the Tao, the universe. How many people are familiar with the Tao? Oh, that's amazing. I was in a really big room of people recently, and not one person, actually it was some athletes, and not one person knew what the Tao was. And I was like, well, this hasn't really happened before, but let's do this. All of these things are rooted in the Tao, the universe. And so as I kind of come to a close here, what I wish to share with you all is this understanding of the universe and the Tao. Because that is how we can take care of ourselves, mind, body. That is what all of our ancient medicines, which means all of the medicine we have today, are based on. The balance within our body, the balance between each other, the balance in business and parenting and relationships. What does that mean? First came the Tao, the universe. Then came yin and yang. We all can picture that symbol. That's the duality, the dichotomy of everything in this whole life. If we understand and we keep rooting ourselves back into that understanding, I promise you, you can handle anything that comes your way. I know for myself, life has not been so smooth sailing. I'm sure each one of us can attest to that. But we balance with life. The Tao, you see that yin-yang symbol. On one side, they say it looks like a fish. Always remember this. No matter whatever happens, every single moment, that constant, nothing is constant but change, right? Constantly changing, that's what that symbol teaches us. That is how we understand Eastern medicine. You have black and you have white, but in the black is a small white dot. In the white is a small black dot. They look like eyes. What this signifies to us is there's always a dichotomy that's changing. And if we plug in and we understand that, nothing can set us down. Just as there's day and night, there is feminine and masculine. You cannot know success unless you know failure. You cannot know happiness unless if you experience sadness. When we understand this, then every moment that comes our way, we're able to calm through the 3 pillars, taking care of ourselves through the food we eat, the things that we put onto our body. We are able to take care of ourselves in 1 minute. I have to teach you this. It's very simple. You probably already know. But this is one of the best forms of medicine that I'm now teaching to the NBA, to places like Diane von Furstenberg, to all the things that I could never even imagine, is a simple breath. My time is coming to an end here. How many times do you notice that you don't even breathe properly? Breathing is life. It's vital. That's chi. We all just did it. You breathe in through your nose into your abdomen. You relax your body. You exhale through your mouth, even making that noise. 1 breath. In that 1 minute, you can completely calm your nervous system, your mind, body, your chi, and then move forward and see clearly. Balance with life. Know that there will always be ups and downs. When we're able to calm ourselves and see more clearly, we can see what's coming our way. We can learn to pivot. In business, that is the most important, in my humble opinion, and what I hear so many experts saying. So, that is what our ancient teachers have taught us. My father learned this in the mountains of Korea, just like in the movies. Here I am, so lucky, except maybe not. Maybe I'd rather go back into the mountains of Korea and do all of this. But this is what our ancient teachers have taught us. I'm so grateful that it is now coming into this part of the world. And if you need anything ever, please reach out to me, whether it's formulation, understanding of Qigong, the 3 M's. It all comes from the same root. We must remember that. So thank you so much. I'm very grateful to be here.